Hey, you guys. Welcome to the Shelly D. Bridgman Show. I am Shelly D. Bridgman, and this is my testimony. It is presently November 18th, 4:41 p.m. And checking in with you today, I hope everyone is well. Looking at that calendar today and really acknowledging the fact that we are 1.5 months away from ending this year and starting a new one. So, again, I hope you guys are well. I am moving forward. I had a whole day. It went in a way that I did not expect at all. I said I had a training class today. Missed it by 5 minutes. But the person that I needed to interview with happened to be right there in that same office. That was a surprise because that meant I didn't have to drive after being up all night and everything. So got that done. Had the interview, realized that the job was one that was not a good fit for me. I had the choice and I made the decision that it just wasn't the right thing to do. Talked to the guy that does all that coordinated this for me. The other two jobs I definitely was not interested in because they are in high traffic areas and there's no way I can cut that. There's no way I can really consider that. I know where it's at. So passing on that, and it's almost like everything was just, it was moving. You know how you can't see what's happening, but something's happening. Something was happening behind the scenes, and right at the same time when I called him and he answered, he was interviewing the person to work with me on my shift. So that would be for those 4 days, and he's pretty smart, he's pretty top notch, and there's not one person that has an unkind or unflattering word to say about him, because he's so together, he's so on top of everything, and I know it's a good person. That he's hired to work with me. So he at least told me that much, that he was hiring someone right then. And so, hey, for all I know, the person is starting tonight, for all I know. And so that means I'd be left with that one night. But you know what? This whole thing, I said that I was going to start the job, and I was going to say to myself, what do I need to learn? I'm open to that because I really, I want to move past this. I don't really want to do a job that is not, that I feel is not, utilizing my gifts and, stuff like that. And it's just a number of reasons why I know it's not a career. It's not where I'm supposed to be, but it is where I'm supposed to be. So, this is the guy that was walking around last night. Now he's back. That's interesting. So, but now the library's open. The parking lot is full. But, yeah, so that was a lesson. The lesson was that you can make a decision and say, oh, this is what I'm going to do. That's what happened when I got married. Come on now. Let's talk about it. That's what happened when I got married. He even told me you shouldn't marry me because I'm not ready. He even told me that. He said that he didn't want to, he said that he didn't want to do that to me. He said it because actually we were friends for 20-something years. You know what I mean? Before we got married, we were friends. No flirting, no nothing, not all whatsoever. We were friends. But I was a certain age, and I didn't want to, I wanted to get married. I wanted to have children. I didn't want to disgrace my family. I wanted to be married. And so I married my friend. And that it changed everything. It changed everything. So yeah, if I had listened to the signs, I would have known, okay, this is not for me to do. He warned me. He told me we shouldn't get married. The woman that was supposed to marry us, her birthday was the same day as mine, which is like crazy, right? We got there. I think we got there. I was trying to think if I knew this on the phone, but we got there and the lady couldn't marry us. Somebody else married us because her son was involved in a car accident. if I had listened to if I had listened to what I felt in my heart, even when I looked at him, see, this is how I know all this stuff matters. Um, like I heard someone say, it's not the money. It's not when a woman respects a man, she will what do they say, submit to him. When a woman respects a man, she will submit to him, and it has nothing to do with money. It has nothing, and now I know that for sure. It has nothing to do with money. But when I looked at him, as we stood there and she was saying those words, I looked at him and I knew he was not the one. Just when I looked at him, it's a feeling. They say it's supposed to be more than just the butterflies or whatever. Yeah, okay, but you're not supposed to look at somebody and go, You're not supposed to do that either. You know what I mean? It's for me, and everyone's different. For me, it's the little things. It's the little things. It's the little things that make that person who they are. It's the little things that you don't tell them to do because it's just who they are. That's how I know my person. It's the little things that make them who they are. That's what you have to like. You know how when people say, I like this person, I love them and I like them. There's a difference. You can love someone, but not liking them will create difficulty in the relationship. You have to like them as well. And I'm telling you, it's the little things that make that person who they are is what you have to like. You have to like that. And when I looked at him, and she was saying those words, I felt it in my gut that I didn't like him. I loved him because I knew him for all those years, and we laughed at, everything. We went shopping together. He was my buddy. He told me everything about everything, and we were friends. We were buddies. But liking him in a way to marry him, no. that wasn't for me to do. That was not for me to do. And 5 minutes after the ceremony was over, he let loose. He let loose. He was like, she has signed, whatever. It was, yeah, it was done. It was done from the beginning. So, yeah, when you look, I almost missed it because I haven't had any sleep. The point that I'm trying to make is, even though I have had difficulty on my job, difficulty and discomfort on my job, and I said, "Oh, I'm leaving," because I could go back to the work that I was doing. I can go back to temporary work. I could do anything. I could go get another job in the same industry. I could go do that. But something's telling me, don't put yourself through all of that. Don't put yourself through all of that craziness with no money, no job. We're going into the end of the year, and that was the thing that I had said about this job interview, is that it's not like I'm not working. It's not like I'm not working. I do have a job. So, but yeah, if I was just hard set on leaving, then I could have just followed through and said, okay, I'm leaving. But I know it's not about that. It's about what I'm supposed to do. It's what I'm supposed to do. So, And that it had actually crossed my mind. It crossed my mind. And sure enough, he's hiring somebody. And I think it's going to be a good thing. And the thing I was saying to myself is like, dang, why can't it be like, like X? There are a couple people there that I actually laugh with and then I can let my guard down with. I met another guy today. I was hanging around the office and I met another guy today. I've never met him before, but he's one like I talked to through the night on the phone. And I heard him talking to somebody. I said, you're the guy. Because there's something that he says on the phone. I said, you're the guy. I said, I talked to you this morning, right? But I was just hanging out being myself. I let my guard down. I was able to let my guard down. And I'm telling you. Ooh, I'm so far from perfect, and I know it. And some people don't like me. Yeah, some people don't like me. But there's something to being able to let your guard down. There's something to that. That's not an imaginary thing where you feel like you have to have it up. It's really not. It's really not. It's really not. And this guy, I met him and we were just talking about all kind of stuff. He was telling me about his business and this and that, and gave me some information about a mechanic, and we talked about all kind of stuff openly. I let my guard down. And, it is what it is. But I do believe, so it's like that guy that I met today, the guy that I was laughing with about, seeing the Pinto, and then the guy that trained me. I worked with him the other night, and I thanked him for, just being who he is, because I was able to relax. Because I knew he was a capable man. Like if something happened, that he was smart enough. Everything wasn't on my back. And people, I'm sorry, I'm just gonna say this. We're all different, but like I said, when you have to like think for the person that's with you, that's something. When you have to think for that person, when you have to be concerned that a person is going to do something that makes absolutely no sense. That's bothersome. It's bothersome. It then affects your thinking. When you have to look out for they might do X, and it makes no sense whatsoever, and then you got to gather yourself up and communicate to that person, properly, that you would appreciate it if they didn't do X. That's what it is. It happened to me this morning. I was like, I told the guy, like we switched off, and I came back and something was wrong with the computer, and I'm sitting there sweating trying to get everything back in order. And so when we switched off again, and I told him, I said, and so that whole time, before I saw him, I was like, okay, how do you say this and not be offensive, right? What's the right way to say this? But I had to say something because I needed to do my job. And that's actually the rule, is that the program is supposed to be open. That's the rule. So when you need it, you don't have to go digging and open it and waiting. You know how stuff has to load up, and sometimes there's a problem and stuff like that. So that's actually a part of the job, is that it's supposed to be open all the time. But because people, okay, I'm going to say it, because people, have different standards, work different ways. I told you, I believe in excellence. I believe in excellence. Am I perfect? No, I'm not. But I believe in excellence. So he tells me, I told him, I said, could you not please, not, close this program? I said, because it took a lot for me to, get it, because it's like all these different programs are connected. It's the strangest thing the setup that I've seen. It's almost like how they say there's too much power for one person. They have everything connected to like one button, so to speak. So it's a lot, and it's nerve-wracking, and you're worried when when you have to touch it, you're worried that one part of it is not going to reboot. And that's the feeling. That's the feeling, right? Because there's oftentimes a problem. Like half of it isn't working. Half of if it's 3 parts, a third of it isn't working. Oftentimes, at least. So that's what I'm saying. When you have to go in and reboot or do something to get it back going, you're afraid of what you could be messing up. So that's why I had to tell him, please, please don't close this program. So he told me, thank you for listening, you guys. Thank you for being there. So he told me, I didn't close it. It timed out. So I told him, I said, well, it's actually a part of the job. I said, that happens to me, and you have to, it's almost like, how if you're on in something, you're logged into something, if you don't use it after a certain amount of time, it'll log you out, right? So that's what it does, like for like inactivity or something like that, right? So I said, yeah, it happens to me, but I just click it so it stays open. So that's like really the job. You don't just sit there and let it time out. You're not supposed to be doing something so that you don't see it happening. And so that's what he was trying to tell me. Well, it timed out. But that's the job. You're supposed to keep that from happening. Because I was left with trying to get it uploaded and keeping I was trying to upload one third of the situation and pray that everything else stayed intact. So, and then trying to find the way to communicate it to him, but it's like doggone, I wanted to thank him for the help that he gave me, but how we ended it, then he logged me out of my, logged me off of the computer, and I hadn't finished doing what I was doing, and I'm like, and I'm standing right there. I was standing right there. It's not like I had left. I was standing right there. And it's like, I just, and, maybe God will deliver me and give me more patience than what I have. Maybe he's leaving me there because he's telling me, girl, you can't walk away from this job. You do a little bit of nothing. You do a little bit of nothing, and you cannot walk away from this job, go back to what you were doing, praying for money, and it's the end of the year. You just can't do that. You can't do that. So I gotta stay there. But that's what I was telling the guy that I met today, that with all the turnover that we've had recently, the person that I work with is key in making me feel supported. It's like, you're part of a team, and like, even though there might be, problems going on around you, if you're standing with the right person, you feel more prepared to deal with what might come up, instead of everything being on your shoulders. And that's how I feel now. And it's just, that's a part of what made me say I'm leaving. And then, then they let the guy go, but yeah, so I'm staying on my job, but I talked to this guy at the storage room, and the kicker is that the reason why I didn't want to rent a storage room from him is because I didn't feel comfortable. Okay. So I went over there today and said, let me give this another chance. And so I told him about the situation. I said, you remember me? Yeah, I do. I said, I moved from there to here and from there to someplace else. I said, this is why, right? And I told him what the situation was. I told him that the new place that I moved into, I said, I haven't even been there 7 days. And, with the this and the that of the move and the car and the dog, I said, I've misplaced a key to get in the lock. And he told me about, how it's a little bit labor intensive to cut the lock and this and that and this and that. And I did not interrupt him, but in my mind, I was just thinking about, how differently I see things from other people, because I still see this lady. I see this lady in a situation that's moved, what, twice, 3 times by herself in a car with a little dog, and I would know that I'm supposed to help somebody like that that's having such a hard time. That's how I saw it. Not that it's going to take me 20 minutes to do. You work 8 hours in a whole day. You work 8 hours in a whole day. Yeah, is there the possibility that you can injure yourself? Yeah. Well, then you take your time, or you say, ma'am, this is not a good day because I have not had enough rest, and I don't think I should be handling this machine. Something like that, because I'm not pressed for time right now. But if I saw a lady, and I'm over 21, you know what I mean? I got my numbers on me, right? I got my numbers on me. I'm moving in a car, not a truck, in a car by myself. That means lifting everything and with a little dog. And this is multiple moves. I would say, let me be the person. Let me be the person to, oh my goodness. See, this is why I was about to say, love this job. It is a job. This is my job. I would say, let me be the person to step in and help this person, because she obviously needs help. I would do that. So, but he was explaining to me, what that process looks like, and this and that and this and that. And I listened to him, but then he said, but I would offer to give you a lock for free to offset the cost. I would offer to do something, because I told him, I said, if I had been in this place for 6 months, even 3 months, I could see someone saying, okay, ma'am, it's $20. It's $20 to get in to cut this lock. I said, but I haven't even been there a week, and I have 2 storage rooms. That's money. That's money. And I said, I would just say, ma'am, I appreciate your business, and I can do this for you this one time. Please, no, one time only. One time only. I appreciate you being here. I appreciate your business. I'm going to do this for you one time only. Even if you cut the cost in half. When I was telling, who was I telling? I was telling somebody yesterday about how in sales, I've done phone sales, you try to convince the person that you're helping them, and you say stuff to them like, okay, just for you, I will reduce the price, or just for you, I'll give you an extra month, or just for you. You say it like that. You present it to the person because you want them to believe that you're trying to help them. And that's what I'm saying. Even if they cut the price or something, but just a flat $20, I don't care. I don't care. That's just not what I believe. That's just not good business to me. It's not good business. And like the gentleman was explaining to me why it is that price, and it's like everybody's price. He was trying to explain it to me. And like I said, if I knew, because these other people don't know. They don't know how many storage rooms I've had. They don't know what it's taken for me to do it. And I'm working full time, and I'm working graveyard, and I'm over 21. They don't know what I've gone through to get this done, but he knows more about it. I still see it as an opportunity to help someone, an opportunity to step in and put it like this. Like what he said, 20 minutes. If all it's gonna cost me is 20 minutes to help somebody, that that trade-off, because it's not the $20. I have $20. Is how it makes a person feel. When a person feels like you're trying to take advantage of them, you're turning them into a victim, so to speak. That's not a good feeling. When you feel like, and when you are a woman by yourself, you feel, and this is a man, it's not like it's a woman, and this is a man, no, $20. You're asking him to do something that is within the realm of what a man would do. You're not asking him to go bake you a cake. You're asking him to do something that's very much work that a man would do. You're asking him to step up. So yeah, it's not just the $20. It's very much the principle, and it's how taking that money from this woman, from me, is how it makes me feel. How it makes me feel. So, but he was very nice. He was very nice. We went over to the unit. He said that I could, because it's money, and I'm gonna go ahead and rent with him. I'm gonna rent with him because I have a feeling of comfort, like it'll be safe, and that is worth that's worth something to me. Man, like I told him about these other people, I feel like if you've done this to me, something else is around the corner. Something else is around the corner. If you're gonna nickel and dime me, I told you about the place that I moved out because the woman was telling me I got out the hospital. Matter of fact, I was in the hospital on my deathbed, and the lady was telling me that I owed her $35. I moved. Oh, okay. See, here we are, and I moved. Because if you're gonna drag me over $35, then okay. So this is probably gonna keep going. Even though I had proof and this and this and this and that, I said, no, I gotta move. And I laid in the bed for a week to get my strength up. And I moved. I moved my stuff in that very same car. So yeah, and he was saying, well, you can save some money moving in here if you wait a few weeks, because this type of unit that he was going to clear out and stuff like that. And I said, no. I said, what I did learn is that if I'm going to move, I need to do it like right now. I said, because this one place that I just moved out of, I said they showed me courtesy and gave me a few extra days to get my stuff out. So meaning that it takes time. It takes time. So I told him, no, if I'm going to do this, I want to go ahead and start this Thursday, when I get off work in the morning. And it's a perfect time enough for me to, have the money and everything and keep my machine going. This machine, my operation. So yeah, but I gave him, I guess I'm trying to grow. I gave him the opportunity to show me something different. I gave him the opportunity to show me compassion. I gave him the opportunity to show me that. Because people can have a bad day. I have my times and everything else, but that was why I went back. I said, I'm going to give them an opportunity to help me to feel something different. And he was very accommodating, and that's just what I need. So yeah, so I'm gonna do that. So I'm staying on my job. So look, update. I'm staying on my job. Cross your fingers, clasp your hands, pray that this is a good, and I think it'll be a good fit. But you know what? The other part of it. Listen. And this is what I was telling the guy that I met today. And I was, really comfortable talking to him. I feel like I work in a pocket on that job because people don't really bother me. Like, they might get on my nerves, like, that one guy, they might get on my nerves or something, but it's like, I'm like this little person. And it's like I work in a pocket. But like it's where I'm supposed to be. I feel a hedge of protection. I do. So yep. So that's the update. I'm staying on my job. They've hired someone to work with me. I believe it will be a good fit. And I'm gonna start moving my stuff at least Thursday. If not before then, at least Thursday. But I need to make it through these days and be getting some sleep, because the sleep monster is lurking at the door. So Yeah, and that's what I was telling him. I said, if I pay those people $20, I'm leaving. If I pay you $20, I'm leaving. So I'll give them the $20, but I'm leaving. I'm leaving. So yeah. So that's it. That's it. I am very, 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 very tired, and you have to know that because I haven't had any sleep since yesterday. Yesterday. But I feel good. I didn't feel tired earlier, but I started feeling tired. I'm not gonna say how tired, but yeah, it's been pretty tired. But I wanted to get this done. I pray that it uploads quickly so I can go get me a nap before I go to work tonight. I pray that it does. But God is with me. He's with us. My little guy, he has his everything. He has everything that he needs. So, but yeah, that's it. Yeah. All right. So I'm going to talk to you tomorrow, and thanks again for being here. I was so frustrated with everything. You know, I was so frustrated that I almost called somebody. And here's the thing: the stuff that I'm doing, where I'm at, it's not for me to have a conversation with anybody about because no one. I haven't told anyone what I'm doing with these recordings. I haven't told anybody about that, and my day to day, I share it with you guys. I share it with you guys, and that's a part of the reason why I think I'm not supposed to be in the communication with people because I would be sharing these thoughts that I'm sharing with you, I would be sharing with them. But I'm supposed to share it with you, is what it is. That's why I'm not supposed to be in communication with other people because they don't understand anyway. Everybody that I talk to, they tell me what I should be doing. They disagree with everything that I am doing. That's it. That's all. But this that I'm doing, there's something that I'm doing right. There's something that I'm doing right. I listened to the recording last night. I was like, dang, no, this is not gonna be wasted. It's not gonna be wasted. It's not. You know, it's not. This is a production. This is a production, and I'm proud of it. I'm so proud of it. So, yeah, everything is happening the way it's supposed to. And I tell you, look, not that I would give you a full disclosure on this one, but how I ended up buying those lottery tickets last night. The one guy, it was 8 something, and they had I left the parking. I washed my car. And drove away, and something told me to go to this liquor store because I had never noticed it before. It's like off the beaten path. I'm like, this would be a time to get a lottery ticket, right? And so I went and I made a U-turn and came back, and the man said, "Oh, I just turned the machine off like 5 minutes ago." I'm like, what? That's crazy. 8 something, like 8:15. I'm like, that's crazy. So I went on down the road and saw this gas station and saw that they sold tickets. So I bought $5 worth of tickets from them, and the energy was different. They were playing good music, and it was nice. The lady was about my age, and it was totally different. She had everything, like the whole counter. It was like a long counter. The whole counter was closed in with like different like boards and stuff, different things to close. I was walking. I was like, well, where are you? How do I get to you? Right? I couldn't figure out where the opening was to, talk to her and pay for whatever. But It was really good. And I said, shoot, was that store closed so that I could go to this one and get the actual winning ticket? Is that what it was for? So no, I believe. I believe, I believe, I believe. I told you that I play the long game. I play the long game. I got a card from a guy that I worked with a whole year prior. A whole year prior, and it was a good experience, a rare and good experience, and that's who helped me to get the card that I'm currently in right now. I played the long game. That's what I'm saying. When you feel led to do something, and that was what I felt about buying that ticket, because it was a car off the beaten path, and not car, store, and it was like, dang, let me go ahead and get a ticket. Let me get a ticket. So yeah, but I believe that's why I do everything I'm supposed to do, because it's the little things. It's the little things that'll get you to where you're supposed to be. It's the little things. So I'm so tired. I'm dizzy. My vision is blurred. I know what I'm saying though, but yeah, no, I'm proud of my work. I'm happy with my work. I'm glad I'm doing it, and it means a lot to me, and it's saving me. It's giving me purpose. It's giving me purpose, because me and the guy that I met today, we were talking about the job and how we handle things, because these different problems come up, and how to handle it without like talking to people. Like, I'm not going to ask you something about something that's common sense. I'm going to fix it, right? And so that's the kind of stuff we were talking about. So yeah, but I'm so tired. There's a chill in the air. They said it's 51. See, it's cold. Remember I said it was 70, 71. It's 51 now. Ooh, I feel like if you could see my face and like how my eyes are rolling in my head. Ooh, but it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. And I felt so good getting that stuff in the storage room. I really did, because I got it in there in a way that was kind of organized and that I can deal with it. But what I need is gonna show up for Friday or whatever to get out of these shoes. I'm wearing those little Reebok slides. Reebok? Oh, they just slipped in there. I don't know if they're Reebok. I don't know. I'm tired. Okay, that just slipped in there. You see that Reebok? Where Reebok come from? The clothes that I bought, my little outfit for my job interview, I didn't even wear them. I didn't wear them because I had on like my work clothes, and I just put a sweater on, even my work scarf. Even my work shoes, I just put a sweater on. And I was going to go do the training class, and then I was going to change into my little outfit, my little tennis shoes and everything, when I went to the job interview, so that way I'd have on fresh clothes. But she was right there, so I just ended up but I had me a little outfit, and that's okay. It's okay. So, but yeah, I'm following what God is telling me to do, and it's not about what I want to do, and I'm not going to do it even though I had my mind set and made up about what I was going to do. I'm following what He's telling me I need to do. I need to stay where I'm at. I'm a month and a half. I'm a month and a half from finishing this year. And with me continuing to do my recordings every day, and they're good. They're good. I listen to all of them. Like, I had to figure that out, but I listened to all of them, and they're good. They're put it like this. They're what I want them to be. They're what I want them to be, even with the flaws. Sometimes when I forget or something, I'm okay with that too. But I'm so happy and proud of myself for doing this. Just like I say, in spite of, because really you don't know. You don't know. But I'm doing this anyway. So yeah. Everything is good. Everything is good. So, yeah, that job was far. It was really far. Excuse me. I could have pressed the pause button. I'm sorry. Forgive me, everybody. Everybody. Please forgive me. I hope you didn't hear it. I hope it didn't sound as bad as I just hope it didn't sound bad. I know you'll forgive me. Anyhow, that's it. I'm on track. I'm on path. Yeah, when I was thinking, I haven't even been listening to stuff at work. I've just been quiet. I've been really quiet because I've been trying to hear, like, what do I really absolutely need to do? And I looked at the calendar. I looked at that calendar in front of me, and it's a month and a half. Now, here's the thing. If it's the right move, oh, fine, you make that move. But if it's the wrong move and you got a month and a half, I have a month and a half to strategize and tighten up some stuff for the end of the year. Save some more money, get myself positioned for the new year. That's what I can do. I can position myself for the new year. Stop eating this junk, lose my weight. Because if you change jobs, now you know that's some stuff, right? But to go ahead and stay here and get myself ready for the new year, stop eating all the junk, lose the weight, and get ready. Keep saving money and just, yeah. So, man, if you guys could see my hairstyle, my hair looks like Frida Kahlo. Oh my goodness. I hope you guys are laughing with me. But my hair looks like Frida Kahlo. And people look at me, they look at me like, who is this lady? What's her thing? What is her thing? And that's me. That's me. That's how I'm walking around doing this thing on my job and everything, because they don't know what's up with me. They do not know what's up with me. They don't. But my hair looks like Frida Kahlo. And I used to really admire her. I had her portrait in my apartment, and she used to be, her self-portrait and all that. But then I realized, it's beautiful. It's like orange or something, orange and yellow. It's beautiful, right? But I realized that how do you say it? I don't want to misspeak, but she didn't think she was a great artist. She didn't think she was a great artist. Her and her conflicted relationship with Diego, and you know what I mean? It's like, nah, that's not, that's not what we need. It's not the energy we need. But yeah, I liked her for a really long time. But yeah, my hair looks like Frida. I'm wearing a Frida Kahlo hairstyle. And people don't know what to make of it. They look at me like, what is this lady doing? I'm a character too, just like I keep saying, my little guy, he's a character. I'm a character too. That's why we belong together. But anyhow, I'm not gonna ramble on. Thanks for being here for me. Thanks for being my sounding board. Thanks for being my partner in this journey, because you're my partner. I said stuff to you that in my mind, you understand what I'm saying. In my mind, you understand what I'm saying. And this is a conversation that I could not have with anyone that I know. Because one, they don't understand why I'm doing the work. Stop it. I said, stop. They don't understand any of it. They don't understand why I'm doing the work that I'm doing. They don't understand any of it. So I definitely can't express, whatever I feel, or whatever I'm trying to do. I can't explain that to anybody, and I'm definitely not telling them about this. I mentioned it to my friend since the 90s to explain to him that he was mentioned, but I didn't tell him where it was. I didn't tell him what it was or any of that. This is for me. This is for me. This is giving myself time for this to become whatever it is to become. Whoever needs to see it, whoever needs to hear it, I'm giving them time to do that and for it to develop into whatever it is supposed to be, and it's not for anyone else's consumption. It's for the people that are whoever's supposed to get it, they'll pick it up. They'll find it. And that's what I'm leaving room for. What do they say? Holding space. So, all right, you guys, it's Monday, and I forgot with everything going on. I forgot it's Monday. It's Monday. Thank you so much for being here with me and for me. Thanks for going on this journey and this ride with me. I really, really, really do mean it. I really do. And thank you for that. Thank you for that. Wishing you guys all the best. And what you're doing for me, I hope someone does it for you. Meaning, I hope someone uplifts you. You're encouraging me just by being there. You're encouraging me to keep going, to keep doing what I'm doing. So I hope someone shows up and does it for you. Just like I said, the guys that showed up and helped the guys push his van, strangers just pulled up. I hope someone does that for you because we all need it. Thanks again. I love you so much. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye.